As you can see, the white party would be present, and they would hold a small infant in a sandwich, giving him hugs from the front and the back, and other such gestures. Without a doubt, Baby is among the greatest people on the earth. We're at a gathering. You know everyone is intoxicated? This is a 13-person party. People consume large amounts of booze. The gathering has 100 guests. We are surrounded by 100 people. We can't be doing anything strange at a party, can we? 50 Cent has been done with Lil Baby ever since the Michael Rubin incident, just stating that he is no longer my boy. They captured him. Furthermore, he wasn't referring to a friendly switch-up. This followed a widely shared video of Lil Baby showing off his recently applied thigh tattoos while wearing a pink belt and tank top. Yes. Also, it caused a stir on the internet. People are making fun of him a lot, claiming it's completely strange to have your first tattoo on your thighs while your entire upper body is still blank. This is where 50 goes much further, though. Baby is being claimed by him, has changed since the well-known Hamptons party hosted by Michael Rubin White, the one on camera where Baby was embraced from behind. 50 claims that this has nothing to do with tattoos or dubious attire. Some rappers engage in this extreme humiliation practice in order to maintain their notoriety and remain seated at the top. As if he doesn't have to hang around with the industry, 50 Cent is attempting to distance himself from it. You guys need to realize that they had a party with me, and there were men like Keke Palmer strolling around with their butt cheeks out. People are now curious as to what actually transpired at that white party. Furthermore, who is Michael Rubin? This billionaire appears to be strangely fixated with surrounding himself with up-and-coming rappers. Mike, I'm going to come give you a hug now, man. I'll be over to give you a hug. Huge hug. Make everyone love one another. This is the setup. Then, for all the wrong reasons, Lil Babies are trending once more. He dropped some new ink just now. However, the dramatic surprise is that he chose to have his first tattoo on his thighs. I've heard you claim to be completely tattoo-free. Not at all. The only genuine reason I didn't want any tattoos was because I was younger. When I'm older, I'm sure I'll have something to do. Indeed, sir. I don't want to act like a thug with my money. The strange thing is that Baby has always stated in interviews that he would never get a tattoo. In the year 2025, he has a newborn on one thigh and 90s on the other. In order to give everyone a complete glimpse of the new ink, he even shared Instagram pictures with the comment, "Back in that mode rocking shorts." Lil Baby's new tattoos weren't limited to her thigh tattoos. Additionally, he has a large CBFW piece down the side of his lower left thigh. Believe me, fans had a lot to say about that one when he first posted it on Instagram on July 4th. Comments were pouring in like a ritual of shame. I apologize for allowing them to affect you. We take care of it. Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to let the baby come out here in his booty cushy shorts and just pop out with his hand in his mother's slit. My boy was taken advantage of by the industry. Get rid of those shorts. However, things didn't stop there because the video that sent the internet in full swing. The baby returned to the stage wearing the same shorts, tank top, and pink belt. To show the throng the new thigh ink, he continued pulling those shorts up. Many people are stating the same thing if you look at the comments. Since then, 50 Cent has always been correct. Notorious party at Michael Rubin's place that was all white. It's simply been different, baby. Michael Rubin already showed y'all that Lil Baby was his boy. Why are y'all acting surprised? Said one user bluntly. Another individual posted hugs and bunny jumps from the back of a white shirt. Little wealthy man. All right, this generation was defeated. What actually transpired at the party? And why was 50 out here cautioning Baby about being too close to Rubin are now the main questions. This is the chronology. Rubin hosted one of his ultra-exclusive white parties in the Hamptons back in 2023 with AJ-Z, Beyonce, Tom Brady, Kim Kardashian, and, yes, Lil Baby are all on the guest list. At that point, a certain image went viral on the internet. Between NBA player Kyle Kuzma and Rubin, the baby is sandwiched in an embrace. After seeing it, 50 wasted no time. He captioned the photo he shared on Instagram, "Since we had 5 girls. She's like up. Everyone takes a shower. Mike, dude. I'm gonna come give you a hug now, Mike. I'll come give you a hug. Huge hug. Encourage everyone to adore one another." However, the mother did it this time. Look at this. It was the mother. When 50 Cent watched the now famous pic, he didn't hold back. And he captioned it saying, "See, this is why I don't go to no party, Puffy." When he said, "The F is going on here," he went one step further and said, "Get the F off my young man." However, it didn't end there. That same evening, another photo of Michael Rubin giving Lil Baby a back hug went viral. "I won't be visiting the Puffy areas because of this." "Oh, you're talking about look from the front and the back of this. And I don't mind if you're into it. I'm only referring to my mom." To top it all off, Baby later shared a video of himself and Rubin laughing and making jokes about the photos on a private jet. That's when 50 made it obvious. You won't see him at those industry events anymore because of this. Although many people have been sneering at these private gatherings for years, some fans believed 50 was simply trolling. Not a hilarious, strange thing. I'm letting Kuzman know that Mike is pleased to see him. Didn't he run up on me? I have 10 more photos. We're down there. That's where we start. Dang it. Bam. Mike, I'm slapping his ass and breaking his neck in the process. But we play like that. He is white. They therefore don't truly comprehend how I do. For example, I told them, "Mike, I can't have pictures like that," even before the photo went viral. "There are 100 people at the party, even though you and I are playing guy. We are surrounded by 100 people. With everyone looking, there is nothing strange we could be doing at a party, is there?" When the photo was released, I actually got Mike Rubin go to his home security camera, watch the video, and record the entire thing. However, I will never post anything online. Just like, do you sense me? I mean, I'm not even attempting to turn it into this and that. Like, dude, just keep going because that's how I'm feeling. However, some of that kind really irritate me. They claim that it gives the impression of hidden initiation, as if some weird test young rappers were given a pass to advance in the game, and he responded by advising others not to play with his name, indicating that all of that chit-chat went under his skin. Many people are unfamiliar with Michael Ruby and you. People are aware that you all have a yes. They will never be aware of that. Do you understand what I mean? People seem interested in talking about it for a moment. If they think, "Oh, baby Mike Rubin, a billionaire," they'll think, "I don't give what nobody got." You understand what I mean when I say that. Regardless of whether he had a billionaire, a millionaire, or I had more than that. He has been a great influence, a super great influence. And that's the part that people wouldn't see. This is the part that people wouldn't see, and I probably wouldn't be able to pull them up on that speed. By that, I mean someone that is similar to you. For example, "Man, you have a great relationship." Baby acknowledged that the jokes and memes about him and Rubin affected him when he pulled up to Lil Yachty's podcast. In order to demonstrate that nothing nefarious occurred, he even requested Rubin for the party's surveillance footage. Here's the twist, though. Baby never made the entire video public. Additionally, don't misunderstand. Baby didn't feel angry with Rubin. He even referred to Rubin as a major influence in his life. Even yet, he was unable to precisely describe how Rubin had affected him. He is unquestionably among the greatest people on the earth. In any case, he is a wonderful person, and I like his work ethic. I also find it interesting when you tell his narrative, even though I have no musical knowledge. Thus, when I first met him, Drake told me his tale of how he was in jail a few years prior, that he never raped, and that he now had A fantastic music career when we first met in the Bahamas in 2020. As if all you want to do is support the guy. I'll tell you something, though. I've never said this in real life. The most absurd thing in the universe was, the stuff of the drunk. We're at a gathering. Everyone is intoxicated. There are 13 of us at the party, People consume large amounts of booze. I hop on his back in a photo that someone took for says, "Oh, there's something suspect about it." These men are simply intoxicated. By the way, we've all done it before comics. For example, let's be honest. You adore WW, by the way. No one has done as much as you have. Well, he has rolled around in their skiabies with people. That's right. I haven't visited there, by the way. The fact that it actually harmed his career last year, however, is what really killed me about it. I always wanted to help folks get a good bill back. I was in London with him and Tra, and he's crushing on me. In reality, though, he is a truly unique individual and a remarkable human being. If you consider the people who use social media to vent their hatred, you can see how one image of a group of inebriated individuals could be misrepresented. In an interview last year, Rubin finally addressed the images, dismissing them as absurd. He said that everyone only had a bit too much to drink. However, he continued to talk endlessly about Baby. Yeah. Many people claim that this man sounded like he might be crushing on someone. Aloud. Continue speaking. Continue. Two. Continue. Continue. Don't be dishonest. They are awful. Your friend is awful. Many people still maintain that there's something strange about Michael Rubin, particularly the way he supports these up-and-coming rappers even though he isn't really involved in the music business. And his circle isn't limited to Lil Baby. Do you recall the widely shared video of Meek Mill Bunny hopping on a tennis court for Rubin? Yes, Meek later dismissed it, claiming that he simply lost a casual wager on a round of tennis. But let's be honest. A white billionaire yelling commands and making a black man bounce like a bunny. Indeed, the visuals were amazing. What makes Michael Rubin so obsessed with black athletes and musicians? And who is he? Based on his own, according to Wikipedia, Rubin was born in Philadelphia in 1972 and grew up on Lafayette Hill with a Jewish family. He was already working hard by the age of 14, using the money from his bar mitzvah and a lease from his father to open his own ski business. He attended Villanova, but left after just one semester, using a friend to help him flip a $200,000 overstock gear trade. After that, he grew, sold his stores, and started KPR Sports, which by 1995 had brought in $50 million. Then he made the bold decision to start a business that grew into the multi-billion-dollar e-commerce giant GSI Commerce. Our staff members who have been discussing your gatherings for the past few days are clamoring to attend. You know what, though? In fact, I've come to the conclusion that, should this fanatic situation fail, I might make a decent party. Man. Oh, man. Are you joking? Yes. For example, I believe I have the white suit in the closet already. Just let us know what's going on if you get what I mean. Yes. Do you know where it actually originates? I enjoy bringing together individuals from all backgrounds. Additionally, I like doing it, regardless of whether it was the white party, my Super Bowl party, or the lunch we just discussed. I think it's a terrific time because I want to bring people together from diverse backgrounds. I also gain from them because I'm constantly picking up new skills from the folks there. And so, well, that's where it all began. Our Super Bowl party was the first thing we did. You are aware of our Super Bowl celebration bike path. It was similar to the Super Bowl celebration this year. Several football team owners approached me and told me that this was superior to the actual game. That's exactly what people were telling me, I thought. Yes. Well, we're looking at what we like to do is gather the proper individuals in one place, and amazing things will happen. The official licensed sportswear supplier for the NBA, NFL, MLB, NASCAR, Formula One, and WWE is Fanatics Inc., which Rubin now owns and operates. According to Forbes, his net worth reached an astounding $10 by the middle of 2025. $6 billion, doesn't that seem like a self-made mogul? This is where things get murky, though. Many people think that Rubin's success is more related to his connections than it is to his inherent commercial acumen. Additionally, the man lacks charisma when you actually watch him talk. People are also constantly remarking on how soulless and icy his eyes appear. His entire demeanor seems strange. The most peculiar aspect is how anxious athletes and rappers appear to be to follow him. This leads us to an intriguing aspect of Rubin's all-white celebration. It gets much stranger from here. Michael Rubin's yearly all-white celebration is more than just a gaudy Hamptons party. Online users claim it's essentially a private social club for the wealthy and well-connected. Maybe it's something more. The list of guests. A celebrity fantasy draft meets a billionaire. Drake, Lil Baby, Meek Mill, Odell Beckham Jr., James Harden, Beyoncé, Kim Kardashian, Tom Brady, Kevin Hart, and Jay-Z. The kind of place where a single handshake has the power to completely change your career in an instant. However, that's precisely the reason why so many people believe these gatherings aren't merely for enjoyment. According to some followers, it's where unwritten agreements are made and where athletes and rappers demonstrate their willingness to comply if they want the large brand deals, publicity, and constant invitations to exclusive events. And the pictures, dude, always look a bit too contrived. The awkward body language, the hugs, and the moments that seem more like power struggles than amicable photos. No, it's not that strange. Everyone says, "Oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses." That isn't the case. Consider things in a different light. Take a look. Give me an example of someone who has worn a dress in Hollywood and failed. That's how a ritual is understood. I therefore anticipated the emergence of transgender people 20 years ago. I wasn't a prophet, that's why. I simply realized that things are secular since I had learned so much. Thus, I realized that the first time I had seen that word, the transsexual person was, baff. I was aware that the transgender person had to kiss his ass ring in order to demonstrate their loyalty to him during the bafflement process. And it made those two statements. I therefore anticipated that both of those items would gain popularity in the future. The fact that so many young black rappers appear alongside Rubin in these photos, typically appearing more like protégés than equals, is also worrisome. In addition to the time, critics point out that Rubin doesn't really work in their world, so why is he the one hosting them, taking them on private aircraft, and acting all chummy for the cameras? Certain artists appear to soar in influence after attending Rubin's party, whilst those who don't go become less noticeable. Is it a coincidence? Or is there actually a network operating behind the scenes? Locals in Hampton even comment on how well-controlled the event is. Everywhere there is security. Staff members are sworn to confidentiality, no unauthorized footage, no leaks, and no randoms. We only see the pictures that Rubin or his team choose to make public. Therefore, who is invited is not the true question. It is what occurs within when the cameras are not present. Furthermore, if the reports are accurate, Lil Baby's perhaps the most recent development in a much larger game is metamorphosis. Michael Rubin was not the originator of the entire all-white party craze. It all started with Diddy in the late 1990s. The hottest ticket in town back then was Diddy's Hamptons white parties, and many of the same people who attended those events are frequents Rubin's version currently. Leonardo DiCaprio, for example. This is Leo at Diddy's white party in 1997, and this is Leo at Rubin's last year. Different host, same energy. Jay-Z is no different. This is a relic of Jay and Andre Harold, the late founder of Uptown Records, at Diddy's party in 2003. And this is Jay and Beyoncé at the Rubin Bash the previous year. Rubin may have taken over the entire road and transformed it into something far darker, according to others, rather than merely copying Diddy's idea. There are rumors that Rubin, along with young black rappers, are coerced into performing degrading rituals at these parties by some elderly white billionaires in his inner circle. Many of these artists purportedly opt to comply, though no one is saying they are being physically coerced. Why? It is said that some require assistance with legal matters. There are others pursuing career advancements, #1 albums, accolades, and prominent media attention. This is where it becomes much more unsettling, though. All of this is being connected by fans to what Cat Williams previously revealed about these covert industry gatherings. Cat claimed on Joe Rogan's podcast that these events entail customs that most people are unable to even think, and that a lot more is happening behind the scenes than the general public will ever witness. Therefore, if the rumors are accurate, Lil Baby's predicament may involve more than just tattoos or pictures. Operations. It might be an additional component of a larger secret game. Ensure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe to this video, as this tale is far distant from